Series of videos, we're going to basically get you guys to create an animation that is 30 seconds long and of good enough quality to enable you to submit it as a OCR Nationals project. Now I'm going to do this based around sort of like an animal sanctuary, and I'm going to start off with some simple shape tweening. So all we're going to do in Flash is we're going to create a new document. I'm just going to zoom out using Control and minus so you can see the whole of the stage. But we're not going to touch the stage for quite a long time. We're going to end up building on this what we call the white panel here. It's called a library. We're going to end up building quite a lot of images on here. And the first one that I want to do is just to show you how to make an animal's eyes sort of blink. So to start off, I'm just going to insert, and I'm going to create a new symbol which I'm going to make a movie clip, and I'm going to call this MC underscore I. If I go to on basic here, it just gives that here, which I think most of you probably get by default when you're using Flash. But naming conventions are very, very important. I've called it MC because it's a movie clip, then underscore I. Because it's a name that I'll recognise. We're going to end up with a really packed library over here, and we need to make sure that we know what animation or what movie clip we're bringing on. So let's press OK. When I press OK, you're going to find the stage has disappeared. And up here, just to double check, I can see here I've got scene 1. Takes me back to the stage, and over here I've got MCI, which is what I just created. I've double clicked there, but there's nothing made. So what we're going to do is just start with a very simple shape tween. I'm going to take an oval tool, and down here, as you can see, if I just draw an oval, you can't see it actually too well, and that's Control Z. I'm going to make a nice thick line and draw an oval, and we get something like that. I don't actually want an outside line, so I'm going to press Control Z, and I'm going to set this to nothing, and let's put that number back down to the bottom. That's good enough. Right, so what I'm going to do is draw like sort of a vertical eye like that, and I'm just going to make sure using the black arrow that my eye is sitting. I'm using the arrows on the keyboard here. My eye is sort of sitting. Oh, I have got an outline there. I didn't want that at all. Surprised at that. Let's try that one again. Oval. Not too sure what happened there. Try one more time, and let's get my oval. And just using the black arrow, what I'm going to do is just move that so that crosshair is sort of right smack in the middle of the eye. I'm also just going to Control plus and zoom in a little bit. Right, I'm going to shape tween this, and what this means is that I'm going to start with an eye like this, and then I'm going to squish it down and expand it back up again, like you're blinking. So I'm going to go to, let's say, frame 5 in the animation, and I am going to, how shall I do this? Yeah, let's just insert a keyframe, and what we'll do is we'll just move this down and make this sort of fatter, like so. It's the same width if I do things this way. I'm just going to move it down so again I'm right smack in the middle, and I'll go to frame let's go to frame 9 in the animation, where I'm going to insert a blank keyframe. And what I can do is I can just copy and paste that. So I copy it. Paste is not a good option when I right click. I actually want to paste in place. So what we get at this moment in time, I've just clicked on frame 1 here. If I press enter, we can see that we get that effect, which doesn't actually have any sort of animation going on. If I just highlight all of my sort of frames in the animation here and just choose shape, what we get is a bit of a smoother animation. There we go, a blinking eye. So I'm actually done with that now. That's sitting in my library, and so if I wanted to, I could sort of drag it on into place and have lots of little blinking things. So let's press Control Enter. Oh, there it goes. We get the idea. Get the sort of repeating animation. I don't want to put those there, because I'm not going to be touching the canvas for a while. I just wanted to show you that it actually works. Okay, I'm going to start with a quick Google. Now I've Googled with the term when it comes up in a moment. Hopefully it's taking a while. I've Googled for cartoon owl. I'm actually on page 2. I'm going to use this particular owl here, and we're going to take the larger image of this. So I've just clicked on it, and hopefully I shouldn't be too laggy today. Let's have a look at the full-sized image. And in a moment, here comes my owl. Now I'm going to just copy this, but I'm not going to put it into Flash because I want to get rid of the background and I want to rub his eyes out. So I'm going to go into Fireworks, yeah, it's not lagging too badly, and we're going to go File, and new. When I say it's not looking too badly, obviously it is, but come on, there it is. Just press OK. Oh, don't press OK. I want a transparent background, so I'm just going to press OK there, and then I'm going to paste on my owl, and I get something like that. A little bit annoying because you can kind of, it's sort of like the background there almost matches the colour of my canvas. What I'm going to do is take a magic wand, and we're going to lose that bit. Actually, I'll tell you what, if I hold down Control, hold down Shift even, I can grab those bits of background and press delete. There we go, lovely owl. Now the thing is, you're thinking, no problem, we can just rub the eyes out. The problem I have if I do that is, can you see that it leaves a checkerboard effect there? That's of no use to me. I'm actually going to take a brush now, and I'm going to select a white brush, and then we're going to just simply spray over the eyes with the same colour that sits in the background. Now let's just close this panel up here, because let's close the layers as well, and let's close the assets and the special characters, and you know what, I can't be bothered. Look, optimize. I need to save this as a transparent GIF file. So if we go to optimize, I've got to make sure it's a GIF. Got my drop downs here. Make sure it's a GIF with alpha transparency, and when we're done, we're going to file, we're going to save as. Now I'm sure you guys are used to making folders, so I'm just going to go to my documents. I'm going to create a little folder here, which I think logic says I will call Unit 20, because that's what this is, and I'm going to make sure that it's a GIF, and I'm going to give it a name that makes sense. So I'm thinking owl, no eyes, probably would make sense, and press save. Fantastic, I am now done. Let's go back to Flash, and what we're going to do is we're going to make a little movie clip of the owl blinking. That might give you a little bit of a clue that we're not going to do it on here. We're going to insert a new symbol, which I will make MC owl. Make sure it's a movie clip, right naming convention MC at the beginning. I'm going to press OK. And now we need to get that graphic. So how do we do that? Well, we import the graphics first of all. So import, and I'm going to put it in the library so it appears over here on the right. I'm going to go find that graphic that I've just saved. So my documents, Unit 20, owl, no eyes. Oh, should double click, and it appears over here, and then I can just drag it on. Fabulous. Now I want to give him blinking eyes, so we will drag on movie clip of the eye. It's too big, so using our free transform and holding down Shift to keep the proportions, I'm just going to do that. Let's move that using the arrows into place, and once I've got it, I can just copy it, and I'm going to, let's right click and we'll just paste, and there's the second eye. Now the great thing about this, if I just Control plus and zoom in, you'll notice that when I move things, see how these lines appear? That means that it's smack bang on the right level. So I'm going to put it there. Do we think that looks right? I think I might want to move it a little bit to the left. Great, I'm happy. So let's go back to scene 1 and let's bring on MC Owl, and we'll press Control Enter, and what you'll find is there we have our owl with a blinking eyes. So what we'd like you guys to do is that, because we'd like you to make your own animation, I'd like you to do the same thing, make a simple owl or a bird of your choice with blinking eyes, but do not, for the love of God, do not use this graphic. The problem that you have if you use this graphic, everybody that follows this video is going to use the same graphic, so it's going to look like everyone's made the same animation. So my advice to you is find some sort of other cartoon bird of your choice, and the reason bird is because we're going to make this one fly into an animation later on. So yeah, just go and make yourself a nice blinking animal, and just make sure it's not this particular graphic.